What's good, y'all? It's Guavaa, and in this video we're going to be reacting to some more TikToks that prove that they've been lying to us this whole time. Make sure you like this video, comment how you feel, and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this from me, and if you would like to be a part of a community of open-minded and free thinkers. Also, make sure you share this video with everyone you know. Also, turn on post notifications so you know when I post. Duh.
I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna go make strawberry scones. But when we talked about how this thing that was going on in Los Angeles was paid agitators, this is what I meant. I remember back when the Black Lives Matter riots were happening as well, they had very similar Craigslist ads looking for the toughest badasses in the city of Los Angeles, seeking extremely tough, brave men for a new crew on building. Compensation is $6,500 to $125,000 per week. Get paid every week, no matter what. Physical strength needed, mental toughness, ready for confrontation when necessary. However, we train you if necessary. Bravery, reliability, strength, team discipline. They'd like you to have military experience, but if you're a Marine, then they do not want you in their group because it's apparently a long story. Job title is listed as operator, and there's no experience required, and it's contracted work. And they were looking in the greater Los Angeles area. Obviously, they're not going to tell you exactly what it's for. Wait for you to call and then explain it. This is what happened during the Black Lives Matter riots, is they would put out these Craigslist ads, and then all these people would call, and then they would recruit all these people to go be agitators at these events. They would turn what was initially a peaceful protest of just marching into a full-blown riot, and that's the very same thing that's happening here. Who can afford that kind of bankroll? Well, nokings.org can. Apparently this whole thing has been planned for a really long time. They're trying to get more in different days on different states. Specifically, June 14th seems to be a pretty big hot button. They're looking at Phoenix, Atlanta, and a handful of other major cities. You can go to the map on the website and just take a look. Here's some of the organizations that they're working with, and there's a lot of them, but I'm going to go through a couple. There's Bend the Arc, which is Jewish Action. Bernie Sanders, which I don't know. Americans United, Blue Anchor, Cast, Demlist, Families Over Billionaires, Faithful America, Fair Share America, Face the Music, Federal Workers Against Doge, Fun Federal Unionist Network, The Feminist Majority, Bulletproof Pride, Catholics Vote Common Good, Care in Action, Center for Common Ground. I mean, there's tons of them. That's who's paying for it. This has been in the works for a really long time. That should be really nothing new to you. But here's what I will say, okay, with all the paid agitators and all the things going on, there are going to be very real people who believe this is a very real march for justice that are going to be boots on the ground down there thinking that they're doing something. So if you, your family, your friends are thinking about getting together and heading down there and sticking it to the man, don't. Because all of those paid agitators, they have protection, right? They'll get lawyers, they'll get bailed out of jail, but guess who won't? You won't. You will not. You will be left on your own. Here's to hoping you learned the first time with the BLM stuff. Don't do it. Don't ruin your life. Don't ruin your life over this. Don't ruin your job opportunities over this. Don't do it. This is all staged. It's all orchestrated. It's all political. All right, I gotta go. We'll see you later.
So they was putting ads on Craigslist or postings on Craigslist for people to be agitators at a protest.
We have some breaking news, guys. As history repeats itself, we obviously know that any of these rioters, these protesters, never comes out organically, okay? It is always paid protesters and rioters, and we were absolutely right once again. 2 days ago, I went looking for Craigslist ad. I could not find it because usually they put it under peaceful protest. Well, this time they had it under disguise as general labor. They were looking for construction guys to build a building, apparently, but Right Angle News was able to find it, and this is what the ad says. Let's get into it. The ad is, again, disguised under general labor. They are looking for the toughest badass in Los Angeles County. They are seeking extremely tough, brave men for new crew in building. Compensation starts at $6,500 to $12,500 per week. We are forming a select team of the toughest dudes in the area. The unit will be activated only when the situation demands it, but you get paid every week no matter what. High pressure, high risk, no room for hesitation. What's even more wild is that Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles, went on CNN to say this.
Last night, I will tell you that it is peaceful now, but we do not know where and when the next raids will be. That is the concern, because people in the city have a rapid response network. If they see ICE, they go out and they protest.
So Mayor Karen Bass is essentially confirming that there is a rapid response team, and this is it. Let's continue with the ad. The ad continues to say, we need individuals who do not break, panic, or fold under stress and are basically all around kick-ass. Dude, physical strength, speed, conditioning is important, but mental toughness is everything. If you're not the biggest guy in the room, but you're the one people follow when things go bad, that's who we're looking for. We are recruiting those who are already hard badasses and ready for confrontation when necessary. However, we can train you if necessary. What we are looking for, mental toughness. You keep a level head under pressure. You don't panic. Bravery. You face danger head on. You don't hesitate. Now, this is just not happening in the state of California. It is actually happening in Texas too. Here is another ad. So here is the ad that is in Craigslist for city of Austin, Texas. Now, we know that there is another protesting happening in Tampa, Florida. So if you guys should go and find one, post it up, let DOJ know, tag the appropriate people, because we know that every single of these protesters are being paid.
I used to live in Tampa, so I didn't know about that. I didn't know they was having protests in there. But yeah, they've been doing this. They've been doing this on the news. The news is fake. The news is full of fake news. They hype things up. Like she just said, they pay people to be destructive and they like to rage bait people. They love when people are just scared and in a low vibration. That's all they do. That's literally their job. It's sick.
I don't think a lot of people are gonna love what I have to say, but please hear me out. They want this. The systems that be, the power that be, it wants this. There's a lot of outrage on social media over the ICE raids that are happening. Justifiable, righteous anger and rage. But here's the thing, they are counting on your anger. They are counting on your rage. They want these acts so that they can use them to control the narrative. I mean, just listen to this.
I know myself, I had over 1,000 protesters in my house. I expect that as the borders are, but these men and women are putting their lives online every day. They arrested a lot of bad people yesterday and today. They arrested child sex offenders. They arrested people convicted of robbery. They arrested public safety, not only significant public safety threats, but national security threats. They arrested gang members. We're making Los Angeles safer.
See the narrative that they're pushing. We are taking the dangerous people off the street. Now, people are all over social media talking about how people are being grabbed from kindergarten graduations, families are being separated. ICE is arresting American citizens just because they profile them as illegal. They are not just targeting criminals, but they say they are. Why? So that they can manufacture outrage. So people will stand up and get pissed, and it's by design. You need to understand the illusory truth effect. It doesn't matter if something is a lie, if it's repeated over and over and people have repeated exposure to it, they tend to believe it more the more they hear it. Psychological manipulation has been used by the news media forever. It's used by politicians all the time. You do not tell the truth. You repeat a lie over and over until people start to believe it. This is not about political sides. You need to understand controlled opposition. Two opposing sides are controlled by the same unifying group. This way they can control the desired outcome, Republican, Democrat. News media, fake news, don't trust the news. You control the entire market because you get the people who trust the news, and then you get all the people who don't trust the news. They all funnel to the same controlling group. That controlling group controls narratives. It creates a divisiveness, black versus white, middle class versus poor. It creates division, right? Because it creates distraction. Why do they want violent outcomes from these protests? Well, have you heard of Palantir's Gotham technology? Time to deploy Palantir tech in Los Angeles to deal with the illegals. You know you'd love to see it. You're lying if you would say you wouldn't. James Lee has an amazing video on this. If you don't follow him, you need to. He is awesome. Do you remember the Patriot Act when the government, we had this big terrorist problem, so it's like we need these rights to spy on terrorists. You get whistleblowers like Snowden who come out and say they're using this tech to spy on the public. Palantir's Gotham AI is one of the most expansive civilian surveillance infrastructures in US history, controlling all of our private records under a powerful AI system. The narrative they're going to push is how dangerous all these protests are and why they need to push out this technology. It's just going to be in these areas. History has shown us they will use it to the fullest extent. They want more control. They want more oppression. That's why they're creating a narrative that it's all these dangerous illegal. It's not. Wake the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what they do all the time. They always cause problems, make problems, blow things up, and then try to push things out to be like, oh, we're saving you, we're on your side, we're here to help you. Really? Like C-19, they pushed out a virus, and then next thing you know, they have the little jabs. They have the jabs, and that came out of nowhere. How long have you been working on that? Where did that even come from? What's in that? And people go out and get it. And like that with the LA fires too, they gonna start fires to implement the smart cities in LA. I was talking about that in another video I did, the last video I did. They do it all the time. They're just agents of chaos. That's all they do.
Right now, the LA riots are being broadcast by every news outlet, and they are showing fire, violence, and chaos. But what if I told you the real story is not what's burning, it's what's being buried? They want us to focus on the looting and Molotovs while actively overlooking the workers that were snatched up in the ICE raid, as well as the immigrant-owned factories that were destroyed, on top of the billions of dollars that are about to shift hands in downtown LA. So who's they? Baby, I'm so glad you asked. Let's follow the money. We have Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street. These three investment giants alone own stakes in Fox News, CNN, NBC, ABC, as well as other media outlets. They also own the logistics companies, the big retailers, as well as the defense contractors who are currently supplying riot gear. See, they know that if they stick to the story of violence, they're able to justify military response, scare workers into silence, and protect corporate profits from a labor shortage, while also erasing immigrant families from the conversation as a whole. Local independent medias have been begging us to notice the labor raids, the factory seizures, as well as the people going missing during these ICE raids. Our national media has been zip. And this isn't just bad media reporting. This is strategic. When we see what's really going on, we begin to ask questions. And if we ask the right questions, the wrong people lose a lot of money.
This is what's going on in LA.
Fucking Channel 11 lying over here, talking about you guys are trying to break in. Bullshit. That's what they do. That's what they fucking do. They bump up and shit. The media is the worst fucking thing ever.
Wait, what do they say?
Yeah, people are trying to break in. No one's trying to break in.
No one's trying to break in.
Yeah, nobody was trying to break in. Don't be like that. No seas así. That's a lie.
Look at this crowd. Get the fuck out. Media is on your friends.
Oh, so the media is lying.
Stop lying.
No one's trying to break in, dude. I've seen this. Like, people get a little close and they start shooting out. No one is trying to break in there. I mean, maybe they shouldn't, get too close, which I don't think they should. What's the point? But the media don't have to.
LA riots. I mean, that's the easy one, right? You just go after the blue cities that you know you're gonna poke the wrong bear, and then you're gonna kidnap a couple of families to outrage the community, and then once some agitators get agitated and frustrated when they see little girls cry and start breaking a little business, you only show those videos. Then you escalate the situation, deploying the National Guard and now the Marines. You know who's loving these riots? So we don't talk about, things we're not supposed to be talking about. Where's the list? I don't know if y'all put 2 plus 2 together, but it's really easy. He's going to go into all the blue cities. He's going to create massive havoc. He's going to arrest and drop felony charges on all those protesters because felons can't vote if they don't get deported to El Salvador, and we'll never hear from them again. Next thing you know, his family has the next 30 years locked down in elections. Like he said, he only needs a few thousand votes.
I think this is way bigger than Trump. I don't think Trump is the cause for all of this. This is way bigger than Trump. There's so many organizations that are above him, and this is their doing. That's how I feel. I don't know. Fox News, we're on to you. We're on to you, bro. We know what y'all be doing. Lying. That's all y'all do is lie.
Look. Don't believe all that hype about this protest and all this rioting in LA, man. A lot of this stuff be staged. You gotta think about what the president's trying to do. He's trying to stir up all this commotion because he got other stuff going on with the terrorists and stuff, man. Listen, they're trying to play that race war. Don't believe everything you see, man. A lot of this stuff be fake. Pay attention.
Just look how it's set up. This is not normal. This is staged. Staged. All those are actors and actresses. Anytime we show unity, they always show another state that has riots and protests. That's acting. Police ain't gonna just park their car and let people throw rocks on it and not do anything. This state was a group of black folks, bro. Everybody been locked up. You would have seen white paddy wagons picking up everybody, bro. Just look at it. That's staged, bro. Wake up. Don't be fooled.
This whole Mexican revolution going on in LA, it's all one big Hollywood production. Trust and believe these are probably actors hired by Central Casting. I know, I was one of them. Okay, so now what Trump is gonna do, guys, is that he's gonna declare martial law. He's gonna bring in the military, and the American people are gonna cheer for him because, you know, he's getting rid of these insurgents, these illegal.
What y'all think? Y'all think he gonna call martial law? That would be insane. I hope that don't happen, because that's a bit much for this little riot, because they were saying that it was only the riots or whatever was only in like a small part of LA. It was not like affecting like all of LA. So they doing a lot. It's a lot going on. There's a bunch of nonsense, but that's all the videos I have for today. Make sure you like this video. Comment how you feel about this whole situation, all of these stuff going on in LA and the riots and whatnot. Comment how you feel below. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of me, and share this video with everyone you know. Also turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video. I cannot speak right now, like I'm fumbling so much right now. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on the post notifications, all that.